For a couple of days, it was quiet, almost too quiet. After the tow truck fiasco, I half expected Karen to show up the very next morning with yet another bogus demand. But nothing. No shouting from the road. No HOA board creeping around with cameras. Not even a single flyer shoved under my gate. At first, I thought maybe, just maybe, the warning from the sheriff finally stuck. Maybe she realized she'd pushed things too far. But if there's one thing I've learned dealing with Karen, it's that silence doesn't mean surrender. It means she's plotting. Sure enough, on the third night, I found out what she'd been cooking up. I was sitting in my den, enjoying a late dinner, when the sound hit me. A loud metallic clank followed by a hiss. I grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside, sweeping the beam across the yard. First, nothing seemed off. Then I noticed it, my irrigation system, the one that kept my pastures green, was spewing water like a geyser. I sprinted over, and that's when I saw it. The main valve had been tampered with. Someone had jammed a metal rod into the mechanism, breaking the seal. Water gushed everywhere, flooding the lower part of my field. And just at the edge of my property, disappearing into the night, a small group of shadows moving fast. I didn't even need to guess. Only one person in this entire county was bold or stupid enough to sabotage me like this. Karen. The next morning, I confirmed it. I checked the security cameras I'd installed around the barn and driveway. Sure enough, there she was, Karen herself, along with two of her cronies from the board, sneaking around in the middle of the night with bolt cutters and flashlights. I leaned back in my chair, shaking my head. It was almost laughable. She thought breaking my irrigation system would make me panic? That I'd come crawling to her HOA begging for assistance? Not a chance. I fixed the valve myself in less than an hour. But I didn't stop there. I called my lawyer, uploaded the footage, and had him draft a formal complaint. Not just for vandalism, no, this was sabotage, trespassing, and destruction of property. The kind of stuff that could land her in serious legal trouble. That afternoon, I decided to deliver the news in person. I drove straight into the HOA's territory, parked right in front of their precious clubhouse, and walked in with a USB drive in my hand. Karen was there, of course, holding court with half the board. She froze when she saw me, then forced a smile. Well, if it isn't the outlaw rancher. Come to beg forgiveness. I dropped the USB on the table. Nope, just came to let you know you're finished. That drive has video proof of you trespassing and vandalizing my irrigation system last night. Already with my lawyer. Already with the sheriff. You might want to start shopping for a good defense attorney. The color drained from her face. Her cronies shifted uncomfortably, suddenly not so eager to be seen on Team Karen. She tried to laugh it off. That's ridiculous. I wasn't anywhere near your property. I leaned in, meeting her eyes. Funny, because the camera says otherwise. And unless you want the whole county to watch you and your friends sneaking around like burglars, I'd suggest you lawyer up. For once, she didn't have a comeback. Her mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. I straightened up, looked around at the board members and said, "Let me make this clear. I've been patient. I've been civil. But this was your last mistake. From here on out, every time you step out of line, I'll hit back harder. And trust me, you won't win." Then I walked out, leaving Karen sputtering, her board whispering nervously behind her. Driving home, I couldn't help but smile. She thought she'd scare me with sabotage. But all she'd done was hand me the evidence I needed to crush her little empire. And something told me she knew it too, because for the first time since this war began, I saw it in her eyes. Fear. This wasn't over. But the balance of power? It was shifting, and not in her favor.